Hi, we're the sChurch. I'm Dave.
I'm Jessie. So honestly, most of it was just us listening to God's prompting. We felt that we should be doing something, but we weren't really sure what. And we, kind of procrastinated a little bit in trying to figure out what we should do here. And we were part of the young adult community group, and at one of the meetings, we found out that two of the high school youth leaders were leaving because they were moving, and Bryce mentioned just prayers for finding people to come downstairs and volunteer. And Dave and I were like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's it.
And that was a thing, was that both of us kind of felt prompted to that, and we hadn't really had a lot of youth experience, so it was kind of like, okay, God, what you doing?
So as we do, we procrastinated more, and eventually somehow our names ended up on an email list, and Tim and Sarah Bowling saw the email with us in it, and Sarah came up to me at, I think, another young adult group time, and she was like, so I saw that you're thinking about joining the high school ministry, that's really exciting. And I was caught off guard. I was like, yeah, we are. So from that interaction, we ended up going to a training meeting at the very beginning of January, and have been excitedly involved ever since.
Yeah, for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, year and a half. Getting involved was extremely easy. In fact, God was just like, not only am I opening the door, but I'm gonna push you through it. Honestly, there really haven't been any significant challenges so far. If anything, it's been the opposite and been a huge blessing. And I mean, of course, there's times where we're exhausted, or it takes a lot more effort or energy or patience or whatever than we might have that day or for that time period. But that's typical of being a part of anything and invested in anything. But in terms of actual challenges, no, it's been an incredible experience.
I feel like the first few times we came down, it was definitely awkward, but just, yeah, like anything, going in, you don't really know anybody yet, and trying to figure out where your place is. But beyond that, fair. I don't think there was anything like that.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely, in the ministry end of things, we've seen kids make decisions for Christ. We've seen kids make decisions to serve full-time and everything, and going into college for ministry. But just even day to day, seeing kids be vulnerable with each other, love on each other in a way that it's got to be God moving. And just in our own lives too, this past year and a half's been a really cool season for us of just, I think we've been walking closer with Him than we have in a long time, and working in this ministry provided a ton of community. We found kind of our group of people that we live life with, that we come together and help each other out when we need it. We also celebrate with each other. I don't know, it feels like it was a first step for a lot of things. And kind of been learning that lately of just, I think if you want to be closer to God and kind of see more of what He's doing, it involves being close to where He's actually working. And I think that was that prompting that Jess mentioned earlier. We were prompted hey, this is an opportunity for you to take part in my work. And I think that, again, was the start of a fun ride so far.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement. I mean, if you just come down on a Sunday, it's evident that God's moving. We have new kids coming pretty consistently, kids bringing their friends. We have deep questions that they come with, and really deep answers that they have started giving. They pay attention during the sermons on Sunday mornings, and many of them are trying very, very hard to grow in their faith, and it's very evident on Sunday nights when we meet. There have been a number of student interactions that have confirmed that we made the right choice. There have been a number of students that, will come to either of us to talk through something difficult. We get to go to games that they have, plays. We've had the opportunity to meet parents and get to know families. And honestly, there's something to be said about showing up on a Sunday morning or a Sunday evening and having a student come up to you and give you a giant hug and say they're excited to see you. There's something really powerful about knowing that you are loved by the students as much as you love them.
I'd say, echo what Jess said, just even it's evident day to day as we're getting to be a part of these kids' lives, but I'd say even more specifically, seeing kids that have gone through stuff that I've gone through or struggle with things that I struggle with, being able to encourage them, reinforce that they're loved by God no matter what, that we love them, that there's direction, that there's places they can grow. I definitely received that support when I was younger and I really needed it, and so it's been really cool to be able to give that to them. And again, just reinforce that we're in the right place, seeing God use things that I've gone through to help them. I'd encourage anyone looking to get involved that definitely pray about it, be searching and kind of wrestling that out with God. But if you feel prompting to be involved, or even generally, but anywhere in the church, I think that's take that step. I think it again is kind of that key to finding community, to finding growth in Him, to seeing more of Him and more of where He's working. And I don't think we experience Him near as much as we can sitting back.
I would also say pray about it. Ask God where He wants you to go, what He wants you to do if you're not sure, because I can guarantee you there is a place that He wants you to be serving and loving people. So if you pray about it and you're actively listening for that response or that prompting, He will show up. There's no doubt in my mind that He will show up and tell you where He wants you to be. And I'm somebody who tends to fear the unknown quite a bit, and I struggle with stepping outside of my comfort zone. And having Dave with me to do that was, it was huge. It was such a boon to have him doing it alongside me. So if you do struggle with that like I do, I would really encourage you to grab a friend, grab a sibling, grab your spouse, and the two of you work or volunteer together or pray together about where God wants you all. Because at least for me, that was really helpful.
I would say if you feel unqualified or nervous or not ready, that God, being all-knowing, He's seen it coming. So He either has prepared you for it and you're just are yet to see that, or it may be something that you need to grow into as you're starting it. But I would even say that there's times that He calls us to things that are God-sized, that require our faith and trust in Him that He can do it. And I think that those are the biggest opportunities to see him really work in a cool way where he gets more glory, because how could I have done this? It had to have been him. And I think that's a really cool place to be, to say yes and to go forward.
He hasn't changed from the God who has done miracles and worked through the prophets and done crazy, miraculous things through ordinary humans. It's the same God calling you to jump in wherever he's calling you to. And so there is a level of faith that is required to know that he will meet you wherever you're at. So, I mean, you may not think you're the best guitar player or qualified to work with children, or maybe greeting people and helping out with the communion on Sunday mornings. Like, maybe that scares you because you're front and center of all of these people, but God knows. He knows what you're capable of through him. He knows his own strength and power to do amazing things. And he, because he loves us, chooses to use us. And so really he's inviting everyone into an opportunity to experience his grace and his love and his love for other people even. And it's an opportunity that is not something you want to miss out on, no matter the fear or the unqualification you may feel. And so, like children who trust their parents, when their parents tell them like to do something, we need to trust that when God tells us to do something, that he will be right there with us. He will catch us and give us the strength and the things necessary to accomplish whatever it is he's calling us to, and that when we are weak, he will be right there, and he will be the strength, so that the glory goes back to him. So you can do it.